Right, so today we're going to be talking about paddles. It's a minefield out there with so many constructions, sizes, it's a big range. So let's just run through a few different options for you. So we've got your alley, basic paddle, which comes with most packages. It's a 3-piece, it's aluminium, so it's really hard wearing, and you can generally pick these up from about 50 quid. Kiddies paddle, why would you choose one? Two main reasons. You can see quite clearly that the blade size is much smaller, so it's going to be much more forgiving on their little bodies, okay? The next thing is that the shaft is much shorter, so it's going to be the right length for them. Also, the shaft diameter is a little bit less for smaller hands, okay? This is very similar in size to the first aluminium one, except this is fiberglass. So what that means is it's a little bit more forgiving, so there is a bit of flex on there, so that'd be nicer on your joints, and it's a little bit less rattly, so upper price bracket, but a very good upgrade. All right, next ones, these are kind of your hybrid constructions. So hybrid constructions just means it's two types of constructions in one. So both of these are carbon shafts, but this one has a bamboo construction in it as well, and this one has a nylon blade. Nylon blades are good if you're a little bit clumsy or if the family's using it, because it's a little bit harder wearing, won't scratch, etc. Where your carbon or your bamboo blade like this one, although very good and hard wearing, just not as hard wearing as the nylon. So now we've got to full carbon with protective layers on the blades. So the reason you have protective layer on the blades is carbon actually on impact is a bit fragile. So these make it much more hard wearing. These are probably our most sold paddles. Obviously you can see that there's two different kind of sizes there. So this is your Lima and this is an Enduro. So the Enduro is kind of what everyone's kind of used to. It's a teardrop shape. So traditionalists tend to like this one. Generates a bit more power. And then the Lima is a slightly smaller face, longer shoulder, which is that bit there, which basically makes a higher cadence paddle, less power, more efficient. So lots of paddles, if you look at the top end paddles, tend to be going to this shape, but there's nothing wrong with either. Very good paddles. Next thing is shaft thicknesses. You can't see it on the video, but my right hand one, this is 29 mil, and my left hand one, this is 26 mil. So you get different shaft thicknesses on a lot of paddles. So just keep it really simple. The thinner the shaft, it's basically for a less powerful paddler with smaller hands, and obviously the opposite for the bigger one. So that's that. Okay, now we're on full carbon. Now full carbon often comes with a slightly larger price tag, but from experience it's worth it all day long. So not only is it better on your body, more efficient, but the paddle is much lighter and they look cooler, and generally the more you pay for paddles, the less rattling you get. The attachments are much better, so there's no movement. Again, it just makes things a whole lot easier and make your paddling experience much better. Right guys, so when you're choosing your paddle, it's really important whether you choose a 3-piece, a 2-piece paddle or a 1-piece paddle. And all that means is that 3-piece paddle will break down into 3 pieces, so it'll fit nicely into an inflatable package bag. A 2-piece obviously breaks down into 2 pieces, so it won't fit in the bag, but is a little bit more forgiving on your shoulders and a bit more efficient. And then your fixed length paddle is your ultimate paddle really, which is generally cut down, custom, cut and glued to your size. So if you look at any of the best paddlers in the world, they're using this because it's more efficient, it's lightest, and it's so good for your body. So that's pretty much all of the paddles, guys. So that's a bit of an insight into different types of paddles. They're all on our website if you want to have a look. If you're not sure, give us a call, give us an email. We'll happily talk you through the options, and I'll see you in the water.